This is Kirito HD Gaming coming at you with the First Descendant. I had my game crash, so I'm back now. I will, if my game crashes one more time, like you just see my stream like automatically come off, it is going to be because of the fact that the game crashed again and I will not be streaming again if it crashes again. I am going to be streaming for the next like 2.5 to 3 hours. For the ETA vendor reset for this weekend, and also to finish up my research for Anais, not Anais, but for the new descendant. I don't even know how to say her name. There's times where I do, and then there's times I don't. It's weird. I need to buy some more. When I get a chance, I need to buy. See, I like to buy cosmetics over slots. That's why I wait for Descendant slots to pop up in the ETA vendor, because I got 20 right now. And in theory, I could technically delete Sharon and I could delete Freyna, since I got the ultimate versions. But at some point, I do want to get every Descendant in the game. Now, I'm curious real quick. Let's see real quick. If I purchase this slot, right? You can get a total of 30 Descendant slots, right? I got 19. And I can get a total of 30, meaning I'll have 11 slots left. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's only 7 Descendants I don't have crafted right now. The reason, so my reasoning behind this is when you have a normal Descendant and a ultimate Descendant, what you could do is, yes, ultimates are slightly stronger in their areas. That's true. But you could also make builds for the normal descendants and stuff that you want to flip back and forth, so you don't have to go out of your way. And yes, you, like I said, they're weaker, but barely. They're not like super weaker. Instead of having to buy slots like this, because 100 for a additional slot for this is crazy. I don't know how many you can go up to though. That I don't know. You can go up to 1,176, but you're spending 29,400 expansion costs. Now 29,000. Let's see how that much that is. I would never go up that high. I mean, ETA vendor normally weekly gives you gives you stuff, and I haven't even bought them all, but I've bought quite a bit of them, and that's why I have 166 expansion. But to get the 1,700 and something, let's see, it was 29,000 if I'm correct, and something. For this, you get 5,000. So in theory, you get 5,750, right? To get the max, to get the literally maximum expansion for your equipment, you would be looking at 5750. Oh, let's do 20. Well, it's 29,000 and something, but I'm just gonna do 29,000 in general, just to average it out. It would be basically, you're talking about spending about $550 to get all of it. Maybe $600. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that. Okay. Let's go get my level 40 done real quick. Why is my thing still set to normal? Don't even know what I'm gonna cat on this next, to be honest. I'm gonna start just going based off my own beliefs on builds. I tend to try to go based off what I can see from other people, but also my own beliefs, but people just make it a little hard. Oh, I didn't even get a single red one. That's wonderful. let's see what my build is looking like real quick for non-crit. I'm either gonna use Spiral Tidal Wave, Hydro Pressure Bomb. Even Tidal Wave apparently has gotten better, so I mean either way those are gonna be the ones and they're gonna be non-crit, so I have to change these two and I have to add non-crit into this dimension on attribute. Spiral Tidal Wave turns into a dimension, and then fusion. It's not a dimension not a fusion anymore for that one. Then if I put Tidal Wave on, this stays dimension, so. And then Hydro Pressure Bomb turns into a fusion, and you got 3 fusions, right? So if I have, okay, so this is what's gonna happen. And gonna be a little while until this build is done. Instead of focus on when I'm running the Spiral Tidal Wave or regular Tidal Wave, I will be running focus on dimension. But if I run Hydro Pressure Bomb, I will be putting focus on fusion instead. Which I might actually just do right now because I want to know how the Hydro Pressure Bomb is. I really want to know if it's any good. So I'm probably going to throw that on, to be honest. Take all this off real quick for non-crit, besides in midair. Okay. So in theory, you want cooldown on Valby for sure. You want, so this is okay. I'm gonna go here. So with my non-crit Hydro Pressure Bomb build, you're gonna have a reactor that's fusion, so you're gonna have one of these, right? Well, this one has fusion and tech. Obviously, there's no tech on Valby, so I need to get rid of that one. This one has skill cooldown and skill effective range. Now, the one that I'm looking for would be, it's gonna be the hand cannon mounting, or I'm gonna have to use the impact thing and put hand cannon mounting on. Non-attribute infusion, obviously, and then in the two of the attributes at the bottom, it will be gold rated skill cooldown and then gold rated fusion skill power. Because fusion skill power, if I'm correct, will have a greater payout than just non-attribute skill power. Because as you can see, if I put this one on, right, fusion skill power is at 16,976, right? Okay, right, 16,976. Well, this one gives me non-attribute power of obviously 27,000, right? Let's see. If I switch that and not no longer have it, I'm at 15,066, right? And this does have non-attribute skill power. Now it does not have a fusion dimension set. It has a dimension. So if you go based off the dimension, I have 18,000 with the non-attribute. Sadly, let's see. All right, here I got a non-attribute fusion one. Never mind. 17,000 with the fusion and non-attribute ratio of 0.084, right? And then if you go down here to this one, I have fusion power of 0.079, and I have 16,976, while this one's at 17,000, right? 16,976. And what's funny is this is behind by a little than this one. This one has a higher, it has a 0.84, while this one has a point 0.084, and this one has 0.079. So I'm assuming that this had 84, they would have the same. But if I'm correct, you would want that because if you look at this, what the? Why do I have a chill skill power boost? The hell? Non-attribute skill power boost I already get. Dimension I already get, yes. But I don't have a fusion. Well, if I had a fusion one connected, I would get fusion. Why the fuck is it say I got a chill skill power boot? Oh, it's because I have this right here. I need to get better external components. I really do. It's just farming for external components is very, very, out of everything in the world, that shit gets annoying. You know what? So let's see. External components 100. I'm gonna do rare higher because some of the rares could be good. But I'm gonna have everything set to ultimate, obviously. External components with set effects. I'm gonna include because I'm gonna set it up to where which ones I want to get. Option filter function, use number of option matches. Okay. So MP recovery and combat, that's fine. Shield recovery and combat's fine. Max HP is fine. These two are fine. Down but not out. That's MP recovery out of combat, really not, it doesn't, that one really doesn't matter, so I'm gonna just dismantle it. It's not bad, but you're going to get MP recovery out of combat no matter how you look at it. I mean, I guess you could leave it, but it's just something that's, and shield recovery out of combat doesn't matter because you automatically get shield recovery anyways at a certain time, if I'm correct. So that doesn't mean nothing to me. All obviously I want all those. Gold drop rate's fine. HP recovery modifier. Now HP recovery modifier is only useful for Eugen, and right now I'm not really looking for Eugen stuff, so I will be dismantling that. Shield recovery modifier, that's alright. MP recovery modifier. See, MP recovery modifier, I'm curious if that's you get more MP if you pick up the blue things, or if that's just recovery in general. I'm gonna still keep it because I got the other ones on. Item acquisition doesn't matter anymore because I have the fellow, so that can be dismantled. Uh, Ekive display time. That's basically when you hit the thing and you're playing Enzo and you're trying to find stuff. I'm gonna assume that doesn't really matter. Effective Ekive search radius increase modifier. That doesn't really. I mean, that could theoretically matter now if you're making a farming external component, since item acquisition doesn't matter anymore. If you can equip this where the item acquisition would be going, maybe this would be useful, but I don't know because I don't ever use this one. Dismantle. So I just basically set up all the ones that I want to get for sure. Because the firearm proficiency, you know what? I can put gold on that because that will go on my farming build probably, just like the character one would too. That one will go too. So I added two, but I took out a bunch of other ones. So that's basically what I would want to be running. I put rare higher due to the fact that for the set ones, because now I'm putting in set with include. So if the set ones don't come with any of these, I can deconstruct those now without having to do it one by one. And then to put apply, so I don't forget. And now reactors, ultimate or higher. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go with rare higher because ultimate's all nice and dandy, but the impact cost right now, like the impacting cost, I think it's what is it called actually? I kind of wish they didn't make it to where they made it to where with the battle shop you get these now. I don't like that. Oh no, you can get these actually. I didn't even notice that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Well, thank Lord, because I'm gonna be getting all three, or not three, all three. These two I'm gonna get a bunch of. They decreased the price of this. It used to be 300. That's actually crazy. that they decreased the price of the precision ion. I'm gonna get a bunch of these now. For sure. What can I get from here? I got 47, so I can buy one. Just one item. I almost have all of them anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'll just wait until I can get them all. So knowing that I can get the bonus shop items from there now, that's good. So let's go down here real quick. Maybe I won't put it on rare because gold. So if you go here, implant, that's what it's called, implant. Implanting a reactor is obviously very. I don't have anything because I used one earlier to try to help my friend out, and I kind of regret it because I did it on this garbage one. Won't be making that mistake anymore. But yeah, this right here, 200 and 2,000. It's easy to make 2,000. 200 though. It's just you don't come across when you craft them. As you can see.
Human child. What do you need?
Oh, no, is it really? Oh no, right here. As you can see, crafting. If I want to craft 500 of them, they're 10 million. That'll take out half of the gold I already have. I feel like some of this stuff needs to allow you to upgrade without just using gold. It would be nice if I can use my Kuiper shard. So like for instance, you know, instead of 10 million gold, it gives me a chance to use 1 million of my Kuiper shard instead. I would like that. That would be nice. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Red and black and gold. That looks actually pretty cool. Let's go buying some of my mods.
I'd be out of a job, right?
Well, let's see which one I'm trying to go for first. Oh, I'll take those off because I was helping a friend out earlier. Okie dokie. Modules. Not own. So to get aerial suppression, which is one of the ones I want to start making my mobbing build or my bossing build with Sharon, because I'm not a big fan of the ambush one. It's just not my type of play style, kind of. I mean, I'm not bad with it, I just prefer. So R's together, R's for all of these, which I'm gonna go for R's then for sure. And then C for this one, okay.
Welcome to the modules lab.
Don't even think I have any R1s. Yep, right here. Wow. No wonder why I never get lucky with getting it. Because I don't have any R1s to give up, and there's not many R1s to give up. Okay. Well, I do got C's, so let's try to get the C one done. I don't got many of the C's, sadly. Okay. Oh, you know what? Instead of those, there was one that are X's, so let's do the X one. High voltage, of course. Okay, let's go down here and get rid of high voltage then, because I already have one. Attacking consumption. Void charge. Cold instinct. That's collision instinct. That's Kyle. Sweet deadly cuisine. Supply moisture. Waterway. Nibble. Okay, this one. This one. Water play again. I guess I'll start doing the ultimate ones then. For Descendants, obviously. Of course. Okay. Oh, I actually got. Wow. Did not expect me to get purple. I mean, not purple, red ones out of it. Where's contingency at? Supply forward, okay. Where's contingency at? Contingency. You know what? Not even gonna do it. Cause that's a R1 that's a R1 I have saved up right now. So I can try to get the other ones. Okay, okay. Let's do this then. Let's call it a day for that. And then dismantle the rest. Okay, let's go back to my build. Non-crit. I'm going to do the hydro pressure bomb one instead of the spiral tidal wave. So let's go max it out real quick.
Hey there. What can I help you with?
Actually, you know what? I won't max it out fully yet. There might not be no point in max it out fully. Okay. Definitely need skill range probably. I'm assuming skill range would be good on a non-crit. I'm assuming it would be good on a non-crit. So I'm trying to think if I should get skill duration though. Like 15 seconds. Uh, I don't know. I guess. Could throw maximize range on this if I really wanted to. But I'm gonna throw iron defense. Because that increases the modifier. So now I'm done with the R's. Now it's the X. I could run Decimator or I could run Dangerous Ambush. For sure. I could run focus on fusion or focus on dimension, depending if I'm gonna use the bomb. But I am gonna use the hydro bomb just because of the fact that I feel like the hydro bomb would be better in general. Now I don't know which one's better, fusion master or focus on fusion. Now that one I don't know which one would be better. I'm gonna be totally honest about that. That one I can't say. I have to watch a video about, which I'm gonna do that right now actually. Going to find that video I watched back then that was about someone actually did the numbers and a chart and everything using all the different increases and stuff. So I'm gonna see something real quick. Let's see real quick. It's been so long ago. Okie dokie. I am back. Why is my thing still dim? There you go. Okay, let's go with, okay. Is attribute under the Malachite? Yes, it sure is.
Ask me anything about modules.
I already know I'm gonna get cooldown on my, I'm gonna go for cooldown on my reactor with also fusion as the either non-attribute or fusion um power increase basically. That's what I'm gonna look for. Duration doesn't really matter because I'm gonna throw duration on this build no matter what. And you don't really need to have your duration last forever. The question is, do I want to get school cooldown? Let's see. Well, let's see real quick. 52. I still has higher. It's gone down. Even with the skill and power modifier. Oh no, that's minus 15 max MP. Which actually doesn't matter because I'm at 341 still. Because I got an increase of max MP right here. 151, right? I mean 159. Let's see how much it did. I'm at 341.7. Let's see how much 15% takes off. 402. I have 402, and then it was, what was it again with it on? It was MP. Where is it? MP conversion. 40. I think it was 402, 341. So in theory, I'm only losing like 40. In theory, I'm only losing like 40. Not 40, I mean 60. Which isn't bad. And 300 and something is actually still good. Especially if I decide to throw like a skill cost mod on. If I decide to throw like a skill cost mod on, yeah, that would be really good. What was the one that the school, oh, that skill cost right here. Max MP minus for skill costs. There's also one where you can get skill cooldown if I'm correct, but it takes away, instead of MP, it takes away. I guess there isn't one. I thought there was. Yeah, skill cooldown minus MP. So, okay. I got skill cooldown now. That's good. And it goes down to 5.7, 14.1, 12.4, and 12.4, while the duration lasts at 6.8, and then this one is 62 seconds. And the only reason why I put Iron Defense instead of Spear and Shield is because Valerie relies off on, she relies solely off on dot damage. Yes, I will have the hydro pressure bomb or spiral tidal wave or regular tidal wave. Now, hydro pressure bomb and tidal wave are both gonna have it to where there's no absolute like hydro basically leap forward without creating a puddle and deals damage to the surrounding enemies on landing. The more enemies with laundry, the more damage inflicted. That's true. So in general, you're not gonna see any dot damage. Here, since I actually like using this one sometimes, you will see a dot damage. Spiral Tidal Wave is kind of like a thing like it's kind of like the one for Viesa or Viesa where you throw with her one ability you throw ice out. This you throw water out and you can throw it up to 3 times if I'm correct. And then this water play is like it's kind of like the I think third ability. Yeah, the third ability for Viesa where you throw out the snow thing. This is kind of like it because this one, if I'm correct, makes it to where you throw it like that and it ticks and it has a 511, or you can just have it like this where it bounces but it has 482 and it has a 5.8 radius while water play has a 13.5 by 3.8. Don't know how big that's gonna be, but I'm assuming that's gonna be pretty big. 13.5 is, I'm gonna assume, how far you throw it out. I don't think I need do I need to upgrade anything else? I don't think so. Well, let me get everything I need to get on first before I do it. My HP is at 4,000. You really don't need much HP for Valby, in my opinion. I think 8 to 10,000 is pretty fine for average content. Just because the fact that you use this ability right here, you get 50% damage reduction. Is there anything in here besides the anti stuff? Pano. Critical hit resistance plus 15 and chill skill power. I've always wanted to know, what does the critical hit resistance mean? Does that mean like added critical hit resistance to yourself or or what? I'm gonna look that up real quick. I'll just have to test it. And this doesn't give me crit, and I already have these on here. Maybe though,
Well,
maybe I can make
you're here
it
for modules, right?
to where this is actually gonna do good for me. Maybe. I don't know if the hit resistance really helps me any. I don't really know. Where would it be at then? Okay, critical hit resistance indicates the resistance to critical hits. The higher the resistance, the smaller the chance of receiving a critical hit. Smaller chance of receiving. Okay, so you have the ability of taking less critical hits basically. And the other good side is dot damage, skill power. Dot damage, skill power. Now it is non-attribute skill power. It's not just raw skill power like you're using with Spear and Shield. But as you can see, skill power modifier, dimensional skill power modifier. Ignore that. Non-attribute skill power modifier, or I mean ratio. Base skill power ratio. And that's the skill power currently because I'm not using the right stuff. And then it's okay. Obviously, I'm gonna be using different stuff later, but we're gonna see how this build tends to work out. Because now there's really nothing else I could really run that's gonna be useful. If you think about it, there's really nothing else I can run, so I'm gonna have to definitely change this one since I'm not running pure crit. Obviously C would be for HP. Now I haven't decided if I should do increase HP, HP amplification, or if I really wanted to something like this, I could run this stem accelerant. You get more HP and you get only minus MP. Thing is I already have minus MP. What would this do theoretically? Gives me 15,000 HP, but now I'm at 281 for the max MP. With it being at that, with it being at that, 281, and let's say I use this, that's 65, 50, 48, and 20, I mean 36. So honestly, it wouldn't be worth using that. Battle Stamina gives me duration and a health mod, and I get up to 10,000. And like I was saying earlier, if I'm running the crit, and I'm running that, and I run the correct when I do get the chance to run all the correct external components on this build, in theory, you don't really need to run HP. I could just run battle with stamina, get my duration and max HP, and I don't really need to run the other things. Which when I get done with my certain builds, that'll be personally, obviously, I'm gonna have a bossing setup where I will run a better HP. But until then, this is going to be a non-crit mobbing. This is going to be crit mobbing. With that included, this is basically your average infiltration operations, special operations, and regular content. This will not be a 400% dungeon. I can run the 400% dungeon with this, but preferably I wouldn't. I don't know what I'm going to run for the HP mod yet. I really don't. You know what? I'm going to actually see something real quick. Autoimmunity real quick. It's going to tell me, so. Indicate the modifier that affects the final income damage. The lower the value, the less damage. So the lower the value, the less damage. Okay. So in theory, when you go fight against colossals, maybe you don't have to run. Like, I would run immunity on some of them, but in theory, you probably don't have to run like a bunch of resistances or immunities if you can put incoming damage modifier on. The reason why I don't think people really use the incoming damage modifiers because it had a lot of the incoming damage modifiers. Like look, incoming damage modifier -3, MP recovery +3, -3 HP recovery +7. Now MP recovery, I'm assuming if we get into it over here, it's gonna tell you. I know it doesn't actually. 0.28. MP recovery out of combat 0.3. 0.28. Okay, like, let's see. And then if I take it off, 0.3 and 0.28. So I don't know what the MP recovery plus would really add to because it doesn't show on here. It seemed. So that one right there, I wouldn't know. At least I think I wouldn't know unless I looked wrong. But let's try it again. Max shield with skill cost. Huh. That's. Yeah. Yeah. See, still no. Oh well, it'll be right here. MP recovery modifier indicates the modifier that affects your MP recovery. Other than natural MP recovery, it or out of combat, the higher the value, the greater the recovery. So indicates the modifier that affects your MP recovery. Other than other than natural MP recovery in or out of combat, the higher the value, the greater the recovery. Huh. I don't know if that requires you to pick up the blue cubes or if that just relies on increasing the MP recovery out of combat or in combat. I don't know. Weighing the scales, max shield plus skill cost. I'm surprised a lot of people haven't run weighing the scales a lot more, especially for the Deathstalker. For right now, I'm not gonna throw anything under the sea. I need to fix these two because don't know what I'm gonna run on them. And then for non-crit, obviously I'm gonna use these ones where I get a bunch of minus in the crit department. So now so the X one I was running. I don't know which one's better, Decimator or Dangerous Ambush. Decimator is good when defeating enemy inflicted with debuffs. Skill power modifier +5 per defeated enemy for 10 seconds up to 10 stacks. It's not bad, but it requires you to defeat an enemy. So it can also be bad. It can also just take forever to build up completely. While the Dangerous Ambush, on the other hand, Decimator would probably be good in like a 400% dungeon. Because Decimator would be better than Dangerous Ambush in a 400% dungeon because you're going to be constantly killing enemies, right? And once you get the full 10 stack, once you get to the up to 10 stacks, if you keep killing at the 10 stacks, it's going to keep refreshing the 10 seconds. So in general, you will be constantly sitting at the maximum, I think, of 50%. Yeah, no. Yeah, 50% of skill power modifier. While Dangerous Ambush is good if you play in a group on a regular infiltration operation or something. And that's the thing, regular. Meaning, are you really going to get an advantage in the dangerous ambush department? When landing a skill attack, while enemies not targeting you or when they immobilize. Well, the immobilized part doesn't matter. Immobilized really is all about the colossals when they're immobile. Other than that, the immobilize isn't going to make a difference unless you put a build into unless you put dangerous ambush possibly on like Sharon and you use her ability that I call it a confused state where they just stand there stumbled and stuff, and then activate your invisibility and then attack them with your skill, then you should in theory get the 40. In theory you should get the I think it's like 49% or something for the immobilized one. Yeah, 49.8. In theory, I would think that would count, but I don't know. In general, Dangerous Ambush is more better to use in a colossal fight in a group or in a solo if you knock them down and then use your abilities. And then also a bunny, because bunny you can max her range out so far that you can kill enemies that aren't even targeted you yet. So in theory that would also work. Other than that, Dangerous Ambush might not be that good. You know what else I could throw on instead of, and if I wanted to, I could throw on, for instance, if I wanted to run the duration one for the HP, so I get little HP, but I get also duration. I could run HP collector, so I have the when defeating an enemy, instantly recovers 9% of my max HP. Well, that's the thing. When defeating an enemy, instantly recovers 9%. There's no set chance. There's not a single set chance. It just happens. So HP collector is actually pretty good. Just 9% might not be that high. It bases off your max HP, obviously. Safe recovery seems good. You get HP heal and incoming damage modifier of minus 4.5. I think you want to. Let's see. Yeah, incoming damage modifier minus 10, and that one's minus 4.5. You could, in theory, make your like take less damage for sure. Outgoing damage modifier minus that. So I'm assuming that's the damage you do. You take less. I'm assuming that's what that is. Fusion specialist. Skill simplification isn't bad, but it takes away so much of your max MP. It's unreal. Maximize range isn't bad either. What's maximize skill? Skill power and skill cooldown. Well, that's not that bad. I mean, you get, I'm assuming, let's see, 21, and this one gives you 22. So in the long run, that's 84. This one's probably like 85 or 86. And all it does is add a crap load to your skill cooldown. Maximize skill might not be bad on certain builds. I wonder if maximize skill or maximize power, which one's better to use. I'm actually very curious now. Focus on fusion. Is there a fusion master? I don't think so, is there? I don't think, fusion amplification. Fusion skill power and skill critical hit minus. But I don't think there's any, oh, fusion master right here. Oh, but if I do that, it takes away my non-attribute master. I'd rather have non-attribute. So in theory, we would run either focus on, we'll probably run focus then. Focus on fusion then. Cause I mean, I could do focus on fusion and get the 68.2 and then get cooldown, or I could get I wouldn't mind using this cause look, if I put this on, right? Obviously, now I'm at 241. I don't mind losing out on MP, but not too much MP. But now you got, 566, 279, 374, and 149. So if you think about it, it's really, really good for dot damaging. Skill simplification is actually really good on dot damaging. The thing is I'll be losing out on 40% of my max MP. I mean, if I really wanted, I mean, this would make the most powerfulness for the build, but then I would have to go to Malachite and add a enlightenment to get away from the depths of everything to where now I'm only losing 24.8 max MP, which now I go back up to 302. Because now I'm back at 64. See, 64, right? 289, 194, and 152. Well, before, when we put that other one back on, 149, 374, 279, and 236. Goes up so much. But the thing I like is MP recovery and water. That's the good part. MP recovery while on water. That is the good part. In theory, I could take away all this MP stuff because I get MP recovery while in water. Now I'm actually curious now. Could I get MP recovery? Oh. So, yeah. I don't get MP recovery in water anymore, I think. Let's find out. Let's find out if with the MP recovery in water works with supply moisture. Probably doesn't. We're about to find out. Yes, it does work. Because I got MP recovery in combat, so that's not going to make a difference. But then why am I still getting... Wait. Okay, let's see something real quick. So I'm still getting it. Why am I getting MP recovery so quickly?
For you.
0.3 MP recovery out of combat. Where am I getting this from? That's skill cooldown. No. No. Huh, where am I getting this MP recovery from? I'm actually really confused.
What do
Does
you
she
get
get
when you
MP
mix
recovery?
Fortnite and arcade? Of course.
Let's see. I don't know
What do
why
you
I
get
did
when
that.
you mix water and
Okay. No? It only has shield recovery.
Of course.
Doesn't have MP. So where am I getting this MP recovery from? I'm really confused. I'm actually really confused, to be honest now. Oh, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm back. So let's get this Valby build on. Oh, never mind.